It's our belief here that more than curriculum, more than assessment, more than any other thing, instruction is what moves the needle in student engagement and student practices and ultimately student learning. So if we can develop our instruction, make it tight, make it coherent, make it strong, make it so kids are at the center of the learning process, then all that testing, all that curriculum stuff works out in the end. Instruction can be coherently bad, and its coherence is in and of itself not necessarily a good thing. And so what we look for in terms of what our instructional strategies kind of help develop and what we see as kernels of truth in them are things like powerful learning, where students are at the center, where it's highly student engaged, where students are asked to do the thinking, the writing, the problem solving. All of that is what we look for in terms of strong curricular, or strong instructional practices. So I want to see students engaged in material. I want to see students doing the writing. There are plenty of instructional practices that can be used, and they can be invoked coherently, as you said. But unfortunately, if they're not getting kids to do the engagement, if they're not getting kids to do the actual work, if kids leave rested and teachers leave tired at the end of the period, then those instructional strategies, while coherent, aren't strong. Many of our students come in several grades below grade level. It's very dependent upon the cohort. Some cohorts have, 50 or 60% who are below grade level in reading, sometimes multiple grades below in reading. That doesn't mean, however, you can't have students supported well enough in a classroom so that they can actually do the deep thinking that's going to help move them along. So it's about knowing your students, and it's about supporting them where they are. So it's about getting into what your students know and helping them stretch the envelope of their competency, which is what we try to do every single day. And the instructional strategies that we use, questioning, scaffolding, collaborative group work, all that stuff, is exactly the kind of stuff that helps to move students along. Sometimes at different paces, sometimes students making greater gains than others, but everyone's moving forward as a valued thinker, as a valued writer, as a valued problem solver. Starting off with a new school or going into a school that already exists, either case, for me, one of the most important things I need to do is place this singular kind of critical, important focus on instruction. So I want to start off my professional development with what is powerful learning? How do you know it when you see it? What are the kinds of engagements we want our kids to be doing?